gates of the Red Cedar in East Lansing, Spartan Stadium. Early season momentum at stake here as we have a Week 2 clash here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Memphis Tigers and the Michigan State Spartans. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. He is so excited because this crowd has been one of their best assets all season. They make every game difficult. When a hard opponent comes in, the crowd rises to their best occasion, and he's been telling the students all week, we need you today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Spartans ready to kick it away first. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hayden. At the 40, there he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on first down. To the air, it's Nolan. Still looking, on the move. The sure hands, it's Tipton. Breaks free. He smashes his way through again. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Using his legs, it's Hayden. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? That's caught. It's Chapman. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He'll set up to throw. They'll run the screen. Oh, he's got some space. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
The Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got the back in the middle.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was two guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Could be an alley. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Now, coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did. And they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Shakes off the defender. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
Man, this guy is exciting to watch. When he has the ball in his hands, he can make magic happen. They're going to throw it to him. They're going to hand it off to him. They're going to get him the ball in a variety of ways, and they're doing it early in this game.
The Spartans with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
He might want another play. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Throws to the back. And the 3rd down pass is knocked away by the D.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The run inside. It's Hayden. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
He's going to run it. Breaks into the open. Slides to the ground, picks up the 1st down, and avoids the hit.
And I tell you what, I love this call early in the game. You know why? You get your quarterback hit early. He gets hit. Wait a minute. Nerves settle. Everything's good. You show the defense that he's a threat to run the football. I love that call early in the football game.
Leaves it with the back. There's a crease. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
You can see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
Memphis getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Nolan. The screen, he can go. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run. Now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
That's caught. It's Chapman. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was closed out by the fantastic 25-yard touchdown run. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Got room at the 35. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Physical running style. Maybe the patron saint of that for Michigan State is T.J. Duckett.
Oh, the big fella. And that reminds me of Michigan State football. That's who they are, right? The physicality. They're gonna be blue collar. They're gonna roll up their sleeves, and make no mistake, every game you play against them, if you don't match the physical challenge, you will lose.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
And they've dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He breaks a tackle. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Here we go. Back to pass. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the Spartans will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Can't get him to the ground. Got enough for the first. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And I don't want to marginalize you guys' athletic ability, but I feel like Palmer and Davis both could have ran through that hole. I mean, that was unbelievable job by the offensive line, paving the way. He's getting to the second level before he's even getting contacted. That better change for this defense, or they're going to be in for a long game.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll move the wide receiver to the air. It's Nolan. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm. And finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. On the option. He'll pitch it. Gain of 2 on the play sets up 3rd and 8.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
The noise bouncing off of Smarty's armor as they encourage the green and white on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. What a grab with one hand.
And this offense has really showed me something today, man. They've already put some drives together and made some explosive plays, and now just executing on 3rd down. They've shown you a little bit of everything, and this offense is looking like it's the real deal.
This Memphis offense going to work again on 1st down. Running inside. It's Covey. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw. He had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Off the play fake. Pulls it in. It's Tipton. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Finds his big tight end. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Come on, defense. What are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
And the Tigers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Complete. Going for the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Here comes the Spartans offense ready to go to work. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering.
Racing to the right. He's inside the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Michigan State. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Now this offense is back on the field. Gonna run it. It's Hayden. There he goes. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hayden. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Back to throw, it's Nolan. And it's knocked away, incomplete on third down.
And this defense doing a really good job understanding out route, seeing it, sitting on it, waiting, breaking on the football, not giving up the third down conversion.
And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Pretty good job of running to get two there to the 32.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to fire. Complete on the left to Smith. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
The run inside. It's Edwards. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. He was grabbing for anything he could get a hold of and wound up with a fistful of face mask, and it'll cost him 15. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Spartans will line it up on 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front. get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
Unloads to the right. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things because they're just not hitting at a high clip. And they got to find a way to make things easier and alleviate some pressure off their quarterback.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to throw, it's Nolan. With the catch, it's Brown.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Well, after that false start, now instead of 2nd and short, you've got 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Hayden. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Sparty and nearly 75,000 of his closest friends pegging the decibel meter on 3rd down. Maybe some room here. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. The Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. Makes the grab. Stumbled to the ground. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
And how about the lefty? He's got to buy some time and scrambles outside the pocket to the right and does a really good job of, even though he's running, still stays under control and makes a nice strike to his wide receiver.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. That's caught. It's Chapman. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Wants to throw. It's Nolan. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. Now Memphis will use its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's looking to throw. Pocket breaking down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And he misses. How about that, man? Like, it seems like everything he's thrown so far has worked, especially down here. He's already got 2 touchdown passes against this defense. So, guys, I'm kind of surprised when he misses down here.
Looking downfield very late in the half. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Running inside, it's Edwards. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We begin with a look in on Iowa State taking on the number 15 team, the Iowa Hawkeyes. And it's the Cyclones with the lead right now in the first half. This has been a good one, a battle of 1-0 teams. And now we take a look at some of the other games going on around the nation on another wild day of college football.
Escapes the pressure going right. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the foot.
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. So after that turnover, they can add to this already sizable lead with their first drive of this second half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hayden. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Well, a big reason why they're up on the scoreboard is because of how successful this guy's been running the football. And in this position, at this time in the game, with the lead, you want to keep doing that. You want to ice the game. This guy's getting better as the game goes on, so keep handing him the football.
From the 30-yard line on first down. Takes the handoff. It's Covey. Got a little grass. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Memphis now operating in the red zone. Off the play fake on first down. It's complete to the left. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
This offense has put a pretty good drive together, man. Like showing a little bit of balance, back-to-back plays, creating some chunks of yardage, and now really set up in a position to do a first and goal. And the defense, their heads spinning a little bit because mixing the run and pass really well on this drive.
He is denied, and it'll be second and goal.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Gets the back moving. On the direct snap, it's Bell. Touchdown, Tigers. Put 6 on.
Entering settings screen, you have 30 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close that drive going to the air for the final few inches. Michigan State's offense heads out, ready to go to work. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. The run inside. It's Edwards. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Makes the catch. It's McCray. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Unloads it left. He's got it. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there, and he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught.
Using his legs, it's Edwards. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Tight end now in motion. They'll go right back to it. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Memphis offense to start this drive. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second. It allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Running inside, it's Covey. A stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll try to run for it. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Yeah, and a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
To the air, it's Nolan. Gets it out fast. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
We reach the break, and Memphis is holding on to the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. I'll bet he keeps an eye on that play clock this time. It's 2nd and 6. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Covey. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. The run from the shotgun. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. The run inside. It's Edwards. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Back to pass. Looking left. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Looking for more room. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Memphis.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the 4th quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
Here comes the Spartans offense ready to go to work. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Complete in the middle. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
And that's another mistake for this young man. It's one thing to have one or two and miss a throw here or there, but he continues to put the ball in harm's way, continues to give it to the other team, and set his defense up in a bad position. That's 6 picks in 2 games.
Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but
Maybe a crease.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
The option, the keeper. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
When you're a defensive guy and you want to fire in, you want to go hit the quarterback, but you know if I fire in, he's just going to give the football up. You got to be patient. You got to understand what your responsibility is. Then you see when he keeps the football, you got to go tag him. The problem is these guys are such good athletes. They're so hard to catch once they do pull the football. But it's kind of like the hidden hat trick. You know, where's the ball? It's underneath this one. No, I picked this one up. No, it's gone. It's underneath this one. Nope, there it is. It's gone.
2nd down coming up. On the run, it's coming. Push down for the tackle.
it's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run is coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
And the Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
It'll be 3rd and long. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They've finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of 1st downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
A lot of ground to cover here on 4th down. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Pulled and finds his man on the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Now facing a 3rd and long. Running inside. It's Edwards. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Timeout taken by the Spartans, their first of 3. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. And the Spartans will have it 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for space, it's Edwards. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Here comes the option. Might have a chance. They make the stop, but that's going to do it here as time has expired, and that'll just serve to pad the stats. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. One of the hidden gems in college football, Merlin Olsen Field at Maverick Stadium in Logan, Utah. A Week 1 showdown with both teams hoping to start their season off on a high note. It's the River Toads and the Utah State Aggies. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe will be down on the sideline. The Aggies kickoff unit is ready to go, and so are we to start this season. And he's going to bring this one out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Now the River Toads offense will have the football first. And David, they've got a guy outside that has a lot of potential, but he has to prove that he can be a guy.
No, 100%. They are going to have to depend on him to make plays, to consistently catch the football, to make those one-on-one matchups, make the defense really pay when they choose to do that. I think he's the guy that can do that in spurts, Jesse.
Yeah, he doesn't terrify this defense. We know that, having talked to the defensive staff going into this game, but they have seen him flash before on film. They know he has the ability to make the wow play. For them to win this game, though, you get the sense he's going to have to make a few of those for this offense.
They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
Man, guys, we're just getting started, and we're highlighting these players and these guys, and the QB said, all right, just highlight me, because they're coming out with a purpose. They're throwing the football. 2 different guys, 2 different catches, 2 explosive plays.
Caught over the middle. It's Clark. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The River Toads moving quickly to the line.
Well, that's not a bad 3 plays in a row. Palmer, you probably never did that in your life, but 3 plays, 3 completions.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
Sends it back in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. A strike downfield. Oh, what a cut! Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. And now the River Toads, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Motion from the wide receiver. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, River Toads! Wide receiver going in motion. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
And I love right out of the gate, this offense is going to be creative, and they're going to try to get their best players the football out in the open field. You saw it right there.
Rides to back and leaves it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. You just hope this turns out not to be too serious. First quarter, game one, it's tough to take an injury this early. Gives it on the option. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. To the ground to try to move the chains. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on fourth. Hauls it in, the first down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Aggies are moving quickly down the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jacobs. There's a little room there. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Breaks the tackle. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. Utah State has it inside the 20. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
The Aggies back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And split backs here. Back to throw, it's Hillstead. Punts it out of the air. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. On first down, here comes this offense. Off the RPO, complete. Turning it on. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
And that shows up in the stat column as an explosive play for this quarterback, but it was a very simple RPO. Get the ball out, and then guess what? My dudes are better than your dudes. And getting it to him on the perimeter, letting him make plays, all of a sudden, he's way down the field, and it looks like a long completion for this QB.
Well, I'll tell you, when you start a game as well as this guy did on the opening drive, you're going to earn more touches later. And finally, they hand it off to him here on the second drive. But he's really shot out of a cannon in this game. Really like the way he's running right now. He's running hard. He's running with authority. They need to keep giving him the football.
It's incomplete and nearly intercepted in the end zone. You get the ball that close, you cannot put it in harm's way. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Touchdown, Aggies! And well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Myers on the move. Makes the catch. It's Clark. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The River Toads will hustle to the line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
He's got it. And he will score! Motion from the wideout. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And the Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Snatches it on the right. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. Myers to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see them develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Utah State comes to the line with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, it's Jacobs. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Off play action. Oh, they're after him. He caught it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing.
They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Defense got it. They're on the run. Inside the 40, the 40, the 30, past the 20, 10. He is in, takes the fumble. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. The run inside. It's Jacobs. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.